Battle through the firmament. Grand world. Chapter 364 Practicing the Black Tortoise Technique. There's a vast desert in the middle of the endless mountains of the inner courtyard. There were also some students in a harsh environment to temper their bodies. The temperature in this place was already quite high in the deep regions of the desert. It was extremely dry. Moreover, there were some relatively smaller desert spirit beasts roaming about. Although they were weak, they appeared in groups, causing people to feel extremely annoyed. Hence, this place was desolate and uninhabited. No one was willing to bitterly train here. The main characteristic of the profound martial arts is its defense. You have also seen how abnormal the defense of that dark golden beast is. It is simply all-pervasive. In order to cultivate the profound martial arts, this kind of dry desert is the most suitable. Shaoyan walked deeper into the desert. The Xiaoao in his body was boasting. Shaoyan was like a student, listening attentively to the analysis of the Xiaoao. Furthermore, the quality of this drop of dark golden beast's blood essence is very high. It is much better than the earth-fire profound crystal beast from before. The grade of the profound martial arts cultivated from it shouldn't be low. Looking around, he did not see a single person. Shaoyan let out a light breath and found a slightly solid layer of sand to sit cross-legged on it. He took out the Four-Spirit Emperor technique and carefully studied the records of the profound martial arts. Similar to the White Tiger arts, the profound martial arts was also divided into 5 styles. However, compared to the White Tiger, there were only 2 styles. The Black Tortoise Dragon Rock Wall and the Black Tortoise Dragon Armor Spell. Like the Xiaoao said, they were both defensive type monic skills. Currently, most of the monic skills that Shaoyan had mastered were offensive type. There was not a single defensive type monic skill. After he had advanced to the Emperor realm, the strengthening effect brought by the body tempering liquid had become much weaker. The 2 forms of the profound martial arts could be said to be timely help. With the experience of learning the White Tiger arts, Shaoyan quickly grasped the 2 forms of the profound martial arts. He also memorized the circulation of the meridians in his heart. Next, it was time to refine the blood essence of the dark golden beast and merge it into the circulating meridians of the profound martial arts. He wanted to further strengthen the profound martial arts, but he didn't know how strong it would be with this drop of blood essence. He opened his palm and took out the blood essence of the dark golden beast. A layer of faint silver substance wrapped around the blood essence, flowing slowly like a layer of liquid. It was quite pleasing to the eye. Silver moon essence. He pondered for a moment. Shaoyan gently moved his 5 fingers. The crimson gold flame jumped out from his palm and wrapped itself around the dark golden beast's blood essence. After a long while, this layer of silver moon essence still showed no signs of melting. Shaoyan was slightly stunned. He frowned and the power of the flame increased once again. The origin key whistled and became like a catalyst, causing the monic flame to become more and more vigorous. Sizzle sizzle. Under the intense grilling of the flame, the layer of silver moon essence at the outermost layer finally began to flow slowly. Like flowing water, it gathered at the bottom and finally turned into a silver liquid the size of a fingernail and fell down. Shaoyan subconsciously used his hand to catch it. Immediately, he felt a heavy feeling, as if he was catching a huge rock. "This thing is really strange," he exclaimed and put away the silver moon essence. Shaoyan immediately looked at the floating blood essence in front of him. Although the silver moon essence was rare, to the current Shaoyan, it was not as attractive as cultivating the profound martial arts. There were many defensive types of the monic skill spirit pavilion, but they were suitable for cultivation. There were very few of them, but the profound martial arts just made up for that. The monic flame continued to burn, and the scorch began to melt a lot, causing the flame to flutter. There was even a trace of a crack in the space. It was obvious that as Shaoyan's strength increased, the strength of the Xiaoyi also increased by a lot. Correspondingly, the power of the monic flame also increased slightly. Buzz. Under the continuous burning of the monic flame, The evil aura within the essence blood was finally completely eliminated. What was left was the enormous energy that was contained within it. Alright, it can be merged now. The Xiaoao had also emerged from Xiaoyan's body at this moment. It protected him while he was merging with the essence blood. Within the inner courtyard of Yunlo, Elder Xiao was seated on the main seat within a grand hall. Elder Su was seated at the bottom of the seat while all the elders were seated within it. We have gathered all of you here to discuss the issue of the students in the realm in Valley. Mahuyang has already left. It is necessary to send another student to the realm in Valley. After a pause, Elder Xiao glanced at the elders below and said, "Last time in illusory spirit space, Wu Shaoqi from the inner courtyard obtained the inheritance of the ancient expert. This time, she has directly entered realm in Valley. All of you should have no objections, right?" Everyone shook their heads after hearing Elder Xiao's words. Most of the students in the realm in Valley were still at the emperor level. How could they have any objections when Wu Shaoqi entered the realm in Valley with the strength of a monarch emperor? Alright, it's settled then. Elder Su, you can make the arrangements later. Elder Xiao looked at Elder Su who was standing beside him and said in a deep voice. Su Xiang nodded his head lightly when he heard this. Mahuyang's departure had also caused the strength of realm in Valley to be greatly reduced. If Wu Shaoqi could enter the realm in Valley, it would be a joyous occasion for Yunlo Academy if her strength could be greatly increased. Below, Elder Wu was also delighted when he saw this. Initially, he thought that Wu Shaoqi would need a lot of time to enter the realm in Valley. This time, it was good. After entering the realm in Valley, her strength would definitely increase. Next, my personal suggestion this time. I hope everyone can consider it in detail. After pondering for a moment, Elder Xiao suddenly said in a soft voice. There was some hesitation in his tone. When everyone looked at him, Elder Xiao let out a soft sigh and said in a deep voice, "I suggest that the competition to enter the realm in Valley should be brought forward." What? When they heard Elder Xiao's words, all the elders were startled, and their faces were filled with shock. Even Su Xiang cast his astonished gaze at Elder Xiao. "Elder Xiao, what do you think?" Elder Wu calmed down for a moment, and then spoke. He didn't immediately deny it. Since Elder Xiao had said those words, he must have his own thoughts as well. The cultivation resources in realm in Valley are much more than those in the inner court. As for the few talented, little fellows in the inner court, they have wasted too much time in the competition. For the 4 academies competition in 2 years, they need more cultivation resources. Elder Xiao considered his options and voiced out his thoughts. All the elders nodded after hearing this. Elder Wu thought for a moment and was about to speak when Su Xiang's voice echoed in the hall. "Elder Xiao, I understand what you are thinking, but there is no need to break the rules left behind by the dean. Now that Wu Shaoqi has advanced to the monarch emperor, with Mahuyang, Lindao, Xiaoyi and Wu Shaoqi as well as Su Qingwu and Mahiyu, we will be able to deal with the other 4 courtyards." Elder Xiao frowned and said slowly, "Do you mean to exclude Xiaoyan? He is a student that the Qi and Bai elders have high hopes for, and his future achievements will not be lower than Mahuyang's. The Qi and Bai elders have said so, but there are things that the 2 elders do not consider. Wu Shaoqi is an example of a sudden emergence. If all the resources in realm in Valley are used on Lindao and the others, in 2 years' time, it will definitely increase their strength by a large margin." Su Xiang did not back down and said in a deep voice. Seeing the 2 second-grade elders fighting against each other, the other elders did not know who to lean towards and could only listen quietly. "Wait, you have such an idea?" Elder Xiao narrowed his eyes and suddenly changed the topic. "Are you still thinking about Xiaoyan and Jushinho?" After being exposed by Elder Xiao, Su Xiang didn't panic at all. He just nodded and admitted it. "That's right. This time, the Yunlo Academy absolutely can't lose to the 4 academies competition. As long as we can get the first place, it's worth it to sacrifice Xiaoyan and Jushinho." Chapter end. Please guys like, comment, share, and subscribe.